I'm talking skin cancer. And I say it like that because it seems to be a taboo subject that many of us still choose to ignore. And it's not just about sun safety. Skin cancer is real and it's happening more and more in the treatment room. No, my room is not jinxed, but I suppose as I've gone through some time with my customers on long sort of history of relationships, you start seeing more and more of these. But even youngsters, anybody that is outdoors needs to have a real more sense of awareness for this, and everybody else, we need to be out there talking and shouting about this. So I want to say about this company, skin.org. You've got to go to it. It has got so much good information on there. It's update, it's real, it's true facts, it's everything there to try and make sure we have got some education there. And this is the beautiful world of online. And then you have someone like me telling you passionately why you got to listen. They basically set up an accreditation last year, and the company has been blown away by the response that it's had. So it set up a sort of certificate accreditation course that anybody in the service industry could go and do. So they were aiming for people like myself as therapists, hairdressers, podiatrists, dermatologists, chiropractors, anybody in these industries can go and do this accreditation. And it gives you a whole wealth of information and knowledge. You get fact sheets, you get pictures and images. We're talking about real facts, real images, real lives that are getting affected. It's got some great visuals on things like what to look for on signs. Now, we're not becoming the diagnosis here. We are not diagnosing our clients and saying, oh, I think this looks like skin cancer, you need to go and have this treated. We are literally looking for the early signs of perhaps something's not quite right. It can then be made that we put that in place, talk to our customers a little bit more about these subjects, and make sure they are going to get it checked out thoroughly through the GPs and the medical practitioners, to make sure we are catching early signs, because 85%, I think the fact is here, of recognised cancers can be treatable. If left, it's not. A massive 80 to 90% of all skin cancer cases in the UK are preventable. And we have got some of the highest numbers of skin cancer in our country, not Australia, not in these hot climates. Our country seems to be the one that has more skin cancer rates. The turnover from a couple of years ago to more recent years, we are still ignoring the fact that we are susceptible to it. And skin cancer can affect any skin colour, right through the spectrum. Anybody is at risk for skin cancer, even if you don't go outside. My customer I've had for years on, she had skin cancer about 11 years ago, and I helped to try and sort of say to her, come on, I need this check-in. And actually it took her 2 visits to her GP for someone to actually listen and take note and say, oh, actually, let's go and get this tested. Oh, yes, sorry, yeah, you have got skin cancer. And she had to have a whole chunk of her nose taken away and pulled around. And she paid for that privately because she was going on a big holiday, wanted it to heal. And if she hadn't have done that and waited that much longer to have this treatment done, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say NHS style, but if she had waited, that would have been total nose and bone reconstruction. So she was so grateful that I persisted to try and say, please get this checked out. Please just ask for a second opinion. And I think this company has just done amazing for stuff like that, because it started more conversations. If I have someone come in for a massage, I might actually just take note of a certain type of mole, or if I don't like the look of a patch of skin that doesn't seem to be healing, and I can sort of keep an eye on that and maybe put a mention in, and let's see how this is next month when I see you, and literally just get the conversation started. And so many people have been thankful that they have checked up. It's very easy to say you should go and get your moles checked, and a lot of people have said to me they feel like they're wasting their doctor's time if they're going in saying, can I have my moles checked? But a lot of clinics now actually set up mole checking clinics for you to go, and you can go and have a 6 monthly checkup Now, one of my ladies, also another customer who had a skin cancer come out on her back, she was a very sort of sports enthusiast and was out a lot, and we were always doing really good skincare, face, neck, shoulders and everything. But of course, if you think about the sports and being outside, you're also sweating a lot, and even using your SPF, you're still not completely immune from it. You're preventing, but you're not immune. And she really suffered with it, and she now has top to toe checks every 3 to 6 months. They check the bottom of her feet, they check her hands, in between the toes, all the places you think that you don't even think, oh, I haven't had sun exposure, because skin cancer isn't about sun exposure. Skin cancer is like an accumulative effect of things as well. So people can develop skin cancer in somewhere that they had always covered up. Don't just think it's only on the exposed areas where people get diagnosed skin cancers. No, there are more common cancers, obviously, that are built there, but on the back of this, what I did last year was like a little event. I called it the Sun Factor, and it went down quite well, actually. And I did a little quiz and lots of little tips and information dotted around, and then saw if actually the knowledge had sunk in, and we had a good chat and what have you. And it was just a bit more fun, interactive way of trying to talk to people about sun. But I still find a lot of people really get miffed about SPFs, the level of protection, what number they need, UVA, UVB and all sorts. So on here, at least it gives you a lot more information about that as well. Follow some of my classes, come along to the next class, and let's give some more real information about this as well. But one top tip as well, really talking about UV, is learning. If you actually learn a little bit of knowledge about it, you'll understand it, and it makes a lot more sense. And it's not just about covering up the children, it's covering up yourself. I know another lady, her skin cancer was in her head. Actually, 2 ladies I've known, they've had skin cancers in their head. And that's because you're outside. You don't put your SPFs through here. You're not wearing hats. You're not thinking all the time about that. And they've been treatable. But, you know, even on my event, I had like a whole sort of little sort of note come from one of my lovely ladies about her experience. And she was only 20 when she tried to get diagnosis, which took some time because they think that you're going to get skin cancer because you're old. But we've lost friends that are in their 20s to skin cancer. And if it takes hold, it's not just, oh, an area of skin that you cut out. If it takes hold, it's getting into your system and it is spreading around your body system. So 80 to 90% of that preventable. Don't you think really you need to brush up on a few more sun facts? Get onto the website and listen a little bit more. Come when people are talking about stuff. If you don't understand it, make a point of understanding it. Because it's real, because it's in life, and we need to have that conversation. So hopefully my little rant today might have given you some motivation to go and check out that. If you want to talk to me on this subject, get in touch. Let's get some more conversation going. I'm obviously a therapist with that passion, trying to drive some more professional, real and recognised science and information to you. So please listen, please watch, please take some time, and let's start more conversations about this. And let's get more people on board and get the education out here a little bit more for people. Thanks.